Do you need to write and review related literature, but don't know how to do it? Don't worry, that's what we are here for. Hello everyone, my name is Altejo Piabarquez and I'm here to assist you. What is RRL and what it is purpose?
A critical recap of what has already been researched on a topic. It could be anything from books, journal articles, or other resources. You can explore how your findings or conclusions can be applied or have an impact on real-world issues. This will help you see the relevance and importance of your research in addressing or contributing to the current state of affairs in the world. By studying and learning from these theories and concepts, you can build a strong foundation, identify knowledge gaps, and use previous findings and guide your own study. This process allows you to benefit from the work of others and apply their own insights to your own research. To understand how your research is connected to previous studies, it is important to explore the existing research conducted in your field. By examining previous studies, you can find similarities, differences, and gaps in knowledge that your research can contribute to. This helps establish the relevance and significance of your research in the context of what has already been done. To find out if your research questions are accurate and relevant, you can gather information from various sources and analyze it. This will help you determine if your research questions are on the right track and if they address the main issues of your study. To become familiar with technical terms related to your research, you can simplify and understand them by using simpler language and examples. This will help you grasp the meaning and concepts behind these terms in a more accessible way.
I am Micaela L. Patentes.
Good morning to everyone. So in this video, I will be the one to give an explanation of the three topic, which is the RRL in quantitative research, steps in conducting a systematic review, and meta-analysis in quantitative research. So RRL in quantitative research. So in the past lessons, you have learned that there are two basic methods of reviewing related literature, which is the traditional and systematic review. So traditional is for qualitative research and systematic for quantitative research. So systematic review, or also called as a question-driven methodology, is used by quantitative researchers who begin the research work by asking questions. So qualitative research likewise begins with research questions, but there are open-ended and subjective questions, in contrast to quantitative questions that aim to obtaining exact, specific, and objective answers whose origin or sources are easy to trace. So in conducting a systematic review, it also happens through the following sequential steps. So the first one is clarifying the research questions.
It helps to define the scope and boundaries of the review, ensuring that the review addresses a specific research problem rather than being too broad or vague.
The second one is planning the research based on your understanding of the research questions.
It helps determine the type of study designs or data sources that are relevant to the review question. Different research questions may require different methodologies, such as quantitative or qualitative approaches, to address them effectively.
The third one is searching for literature.
It allows researchers to locate existing evidence and determine the scope and depth of existing knowledge on the topic of interest.
Fourth is listing criteria for considering the values of written works.
Having predefined criteria helps reduce potential bias in the selection and assessment of studies.
The fifth one is evaluating the quality of previous research studies.
It ensures that the included studies are based on rigorous methods, have sound study designs, and provide reliable and trustworthy results. High-quality studies are more likely to produce accurate and valid conclusions, enhancing the overall quality of the systematic review.
And the last one is summarizing the various forms of knowledge collected.
This helps to ensure that no relevant studies or data are overlooked, providing a comprehensive overview of the topic.
So what is meta-analysis in relation to RRL? So meta-analysis is a kind of review of related literature in which you re-examine and combine the results of two or more statistical studies for coming out with a grand total to indicate stronger effects of the research outcome. So putting the results together and making them appear as a one result work to strengthen whatever impact the independent variable has on dependent variable.
Good day everyone, I'm Joe Carpenteros, a grade 12 STEM student. And now, I'm here to continue the discussion of Miss Patentes about the MLA referencing style and EPA referencing style, and the ethical standard in literature in review writing. So now, I will discuss to you the MLA referencing style. So, MLA referencing style uses brief parenthetical citations in the text that refer to an alphabetical list of work cited appearing at the end of the work. So now, I will give you the example of MLA referencing style. First is citation or in-text citation.
This means the author's last name and the page numbers from which of the quotations or paraphrase is taken must appear in the text, and complete reference should appear on your work's cited page.
Second is documentary notes.
The documentary note system uses a symbol or number in the text to mark detailed reference in footnotes or endnotes.
Is the bibliography or reference.
So, bibliography MLA style. The basic format for a book citation requires listing the author's name and the title of the book, the publisher's name, and the data of publication. Format for one author. When creating an entry for a book with one author in MLA 8 style, follow these guidelines: last name, first name, the title of book, publisher, publication date. MLA citation: book with two authors. The last name of first author, first name of first author, the first and the last name of second author. If there are three or more authors, list only the first author followed by the paraphrase, etc., or Latin for "and others," in place of the subsequent authors' names.
So now, I will discuss to you the APA referencing style. So, APA referencing style uses the authored or death method of citation in which of the others' last names and the year of the publication are interested in the actual text of the paper. And now, I will give you the example of APA referencing style. First is the citation or a text citation. And the last one is bibliography or reference.
An APA format bibliography is an alphabetical listing of all sources that might be used to write an academic paper. One author's text citations should include the surname without any suffix, like Junior, and the date of publication in parentheses. And text citations of works by two authors should include the surnames of both authors, separated by the word "and" or by an person if using parentheses. A work by three or more authors lists only the first author's name, followed by etc. in every citation.
So now, I will discuss to you the ethical standard literature and review writing. So what is ethical standard literature and review writing? So researcher must approach the literature objectively, be transparent about their source and methods, use high quality source and avoid plagiarism and respect intellectual property rights. Avoid conflicts of interest and respect the participants in the research. So now, ethical standards in literature review writing. Nowadays, with the advent of modern technology causing the emergence of varied electronic communications, device and online source of information, collecting the data happens easily and speedily. Through computer technology, with its powerful internet, you become exposed to extensive amount of knowledge that is so easy to lure you into practicing the copy and paste technique of obtaining ideas for your research. So in the ethical standards and literature review writing, you need to be original and not copying the source from the internet like Google. So that is all, and I hope you understand my discussion about MLA referencing style, EPA referencing style, and the last one is the ethical standards in literature review writing.